Well, it would seem as if MSNBC's one and only Joy Reid has decided that vigilante justice and public assassinations are actually an acceptable path forward for America. So what sort of impeccable logic might Joy Reid be using to justify this sort of behavior? Well, take a look.
We should not be surprised in this country that just reelected Donald Trump.
And I mean, the reality is conservatism itself has justified violence. January 6th, burning down Tulsa and Wilmington, overthrowing the government there. If it's violence for the purposes they want, they're cool with it.
So pretty much because they have decided the conservatives are evil and crazy and violent, that means now the progressives get to be violent as well. Perfect logic. Can't argue with that. Now, worth noting, the three examples of conservative violence that they gave were January 6th, the Tulsa Massacre, which happened in 1921 and was carried out by the Democrats, and the Wilmington Massacre, which happened in 1898 and likewise was carried out by the Democrats. So they chose to give some really great examples here, 2 out of 3 of which happened over 100 years ago and were carried out by the Democrats, and the one modern example was January 6th. It really just doesn't seem like the evil conservatives are as violent as Joy Reid thinks they are. Okay, but enough about the conservatives. Let's try to understand the mindset of the progressives.
We worship vigilante violence. We worship action heroes. We worship Charles Bronson and all these people who take it into their own hands. Al Capone, criminals and everything else like that. I am not going to pretend that in a country that's been started and operated off of violence, that violence doesn't sometimes solve things.
And there it is. Hey, sometimes you need to gun people down on the side of the road to get what you want. That's just the way it is. It's all good. Yeah, I don't really think so. I have a problem with that, and I can't even begin to understand how this type of rhetoric is even tolerated on mainstream media. These two idiots are actually sitting here on live TV trying to justify public assassinations, genuinely arguing that vigilante murder is an appropriate thing to do as long as it helps them get what they want. And by the way, this part has to be said, this type of rhetoric coming from the mainstream media is what effectively gives a green light for future assassins and future killers, and it sure does seem like we've had a lot of this behavior happening as of late. Very curious. But I want to know what you guys think about all of this, so please drop a comment down below. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe. That is huge and it helps a ton. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.